Welcome to Peak Performance Partners and our counterpoint roundtable. Today we've got Ricky Navarre, Grant,
Hey,
Kevin Hernandez.
Hello there.
And I'm Patrick Stewart, your host. We're going to talk today about sales and marketing in this now virtual world, with there no longer being any face-to-face networking events, no door-to-door activity. We have businesses staying home, but sales and marketing still has to get done. So we're going to go real quick around and kind of talk about some points. Ricky, let's start with you.
buddy, I'm all about this. My main point tonight is networking 101. It's all about the genuine relationship.
All right, awesome. Grant Bicker.
Yeah, so I got 3 points. It's getting hard to go to customers, so you have to think about how to bring the customers to you right now. Social media is now fundamental, but it's not free. It's either going to take time or it's going to take money. And e-commerce has been the norm for a while, but it's no longer optional. If you look right now, Amazon's hiring 100,000 workers. So there's opportunity out there if you're ready to take advantage.
Awesome. Kevin Hernandez.
Yep, I'm going to have to agree with Grant Vickers. When it comes to online presence, you're going to start to see a brand new outlet of videos when it comes to sales. People are going to get creative with how they touch their customers. I also believe that texting will come in and play a big role in that, filling that gap. And nothing can ever replace the door-to-door. That door-to-door will still happen. It will just take a different form, a format, and just a little bit of creativeness.
All right, perfect. That's good. Thanks, guys. Those are some good points. Ricky, why don't you kind of dive a little deeper into what you're thinking there?
So one of the things that I think when I talk about that genuine relationship is, as much as we're really excited, ramped up to move forward, I think we really need to still also slow down and build that genuine relationship that we have with our current client base. All right, reach out to your people. There's so many people who are going through so much right now. It's so impactful if you can reach out and say, hey, how are you doing? I'm still here. We're here to support you. All right, and what do you need? All right, figure out what their needs are and see how you can meet them, and that's going to help businesses evolve and reach out and start to build collaboration on levels that are super, super powerful. I think that's one of the biggest key things, that you build that genuine relationship. From there, that's when we'll end up leading into asking for referrals.
Do you think their needs have changed?
What do you mean?
You said you got to meet their needs. Do you think the needs have changed?
Oh, yeah. I think people's needs are going to change, and they don't know exactly. You don't know what you don't know. And I think that's what's so important because of what we're trying to do to bring this information to light. With that change, you can't just do business as usual and just assume it's all the same. All right, what their needs are. So that's why you reach out, impact them, talk to them, touch them, and be genuine about it. This is not that quick flash in the pan, quick sale. Let me make some money right now because I need money in the bank account because everything closed. It's genuineness. Yeah. Give more than you receive. All right, giver's game, bro. And that's it right there.
That's good. All right, Grant Bicker.
Yeah, I like what Ricky's saying, and I want to associate it with social media. Social media has got to be way more than just posts. Consistent posts. It has to be engagement with people, and you have to really be focused on growing your following. If you're not taking steps to grow your following, then you're really missing the whole point of social media right now.
Okay, perfect. Kevin Hernandez.
100%. You guys are right on topic when it comes to relationship building. I want people to also realize that that long, detailed messaging, however way you reach out to your customers, is not going to cut it. It's hard for people to translate what they're trying to communicate to the person they're speaking to, in a long format. It's got to be a relationship type of conversation in the messaging, which requires you to be a little bit more organized and on top of your game when you're sending out those messages.
Kevin, now you said something earlier about that. You said the door-to-door it's still alive, being more direct. Kind of elaborate on that a little bit, if you don't mind.
Sure. Even with the quote unquote social distancing, I still see myself going out and knocking on doors. It's just you're gonna have to be more respectful of people's spaces. You're gonna have to be more respectful. I mean, there's gonna be a lot more resistance with people walking in other people's doors, and that's okay because again, that objective is meant to be overcome. And again, if you're thrown another barrier, you got to find your way around that barrier.
All right, perfect. All right, now let's start with, we're going to go to our counterpoint round. And Ricky, let's kind of, was there something there that you'd like to challenge?
I think maybe the door-to-door, I don't know if I could really challenge it. I definitely see Kevin's point. You know what I mean? It's going to change, but how do you go door-to-door if the doors are closed? Like literally closed right now.
Yeah, I think, I think the point I would make there, is what you need to focus on now is where's the low-hanging fruit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you really need to consider and look at having the right people in place. Companies need to shift now to a sales force that thrives and is successful online. Now, I'm not saying door-to-door isn't there or won't be there. I'm just saying, it's kind of like if you've got two fields that you're planting seed in. One's dry up. There's no water. It's hard. You need to go start planting seed, at least the majority of your seeds somewhere else.
Yes.
This society started from human contact, and it's never going to end. Human contact will not end. It's just we need to find ways to become a little bit more respectful of people's spaces, understand how to communicate a little bit better. But once you lose that human to human contact, you've lost an element of being a human being. So that's why I believe door-to-door is not completely dead.
How do you guys see yourselves transitioning from the either an email or a text or a message on LinkedIn to a Zoom call? How does that transition work?
I'm going to go ahead and take that lead. It starts with just simple messaging. Starts with a hello, thank you. Just simple gestures that let people know that. It's kind of like dating, right? The people that want to talk to someone else, the ones that use the extreme methods are the ones that get nowhere fast. A very small percentage of people typically like being talked to that way. But for instance, if I just want to meet someone, get to know them, it goes right back to simple messaging.
What do you think, Ricky?
I agree. I think the simple messaging is going to be powerful. And it still comes back to my point when I was talking about that relationship, that genuineness, that if you have, it's know, like, trust, right? Fundamentals key. And how do you get to know somebody, especially if you can't go out to coffee, you can't go out and interact? One of the best ways to do it is right here, eye to eye. You know what I mean? Over the phone's great, but there's still something that's so fundamental about body language and having that connection where you're actually looking at somebody, actually talking to somebody. And even if you're brewing your own coffee at home and you're sipping on coffee while they're sipping on coffee on the other end, there's still that connection that really brings back to Kevin's point. And that's what's going to evolve to where people can now, they don't have to wait or travel across town. You can travel across the globe in a matter of moments.
Yeah.
And just, it's reaching out and saying, hey, do you have some time? I'd love to get to know you. All right. I'd love to get to know you. All right. If I know you, I like you. If I not like you, I start to trust you. And that's what's going to start to help move this entire revolution and this new evolution that we're going into, man. It's exciting.
And I think getting people, it'll be interesting to see the people that come up with the unique, and maybe it's, hey, let me take you out to coffee, and maybe a Starbucks shows up through Amazon, one of those 100,000 travelers.
Hey, but what's more interesting is it's going to be interesting to see how social events mixers, as they were known in the past. I can't even believe I'm saying that, in the past, but it seems like companies are going to be.
It's been a week, Kevin. It's been a week.
Hey, right?
Been a week.
But
Perfect.
Again, with us being under this 15-day, at the end of next week, going into the following week, it's the 15-day process. Let's see how businesses respond to getting right back into the fold, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, businesses are already very stressed. All right, last point we're going to go to predictions. So what we'd like to do is predict what's going to happen in the near future in regards to sales and marketing. Ricky, what do you see as some predictions?
I think people are going to find ways to build those relationships and connect and bridge the gap, in a genuine way. And those who really care are the ones who are going to stand out. Those who are just about the money, they're going to flounder. They're going to, fizzle out. But when people really connect, I think it's going to really bring something special to the table.
Yep. Grant, predictions.
My prediction is the key to success is going to be pivoting the front. I mean, if you're a sales transition to phones or online or something like that, I don't think this is going to be a 15-day thing. I think businesses need to be looking at permanent changes, and the ones that are looking at things as permanent changes are the ones that are going to succeed, and the rest aren't going to make it through.
Well, that's great. Kevin.
My prediction is you're going to see some do not text lists being circulated.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
That's perfect. Well, my prediction is the book "Who Moved My Cheese" is going to fly off the shelves once again, as it did right around 2011, and so I'm looking forward to seeing that. And thank you for listening to us. This is Peak Performance Partners. Once again, point counterpoint, talking about marketing. If you do want to reach out to us, please email us or give us a call. We'll be more than happy to set up a Zoom or a Skype and drop into your living room and kind of give you some pointers. Thank you.
Or you can text
Till
Kevin.
next time.